All right, so we are here at opening night for Knott's Scary Farm. Just had our rope drop, and now we are heading to the back, our favorite spot to start, where there are 4 mazes all very close to each other. It's our favorite place to start, but we're going to do things a little bit differently this year. We're only going to go on 3 of those mazes, and we'll tell you why later. So first off, we're going to go into 8 Fingers 9, which was my favorite maze last year. See if they've changed anything, see if they've made it better. The new mazes are both very popular already, but it's right at rope drop, so everyone's going there. So they're posted for long waits right now, but that's probably going to get shorter relatively soon. We'll see. All right, so it is 7:17. We just got out of 8 Fingers 9. I don't know why that maze doesn't get more love than it does. It's one of my favorites, but it was a 5-minute walk-on, and it probably will be for the next half hour or so. So now we're going to go find the next thing. Widows is showing 15. So last year we were kind of underwhelmed by Widows. Let's see if they've done anything different.
Lucky few shall know. Yes, you. We need you.
All right, so we just got out of Widows. It's now 7:26, and that's 2 mazes down, and only 26 minutes in. So we're going to pull up the app now and see what the wait times are throughout the rest of the park and make our plan. So Nicole is getting some candy to snack on while we make our way to the backside of the park. It seems like everyone is making their way to Mary tonight. The posted wait time for Mary is still 60 minutes, but almost every other maze in the park is showing a 15-minute wait or less. So she's going to grab a snack, and we're going to go ahead and kind of work our way from Grimoire to Room 13 to Origin to Mesmer to Cinema Slasher to Chilling Chambers, and then work our way back and see what it looks like in an hour or so. So stay with us. Okay, so while we mosey over to look at some other mazes, I didn't really talk a lot about what we're kind of our overall strategy here for Knott's. We tend to get here and kind of basically rope drop the park. Rope drops at 7 o'clock. We try to get in line around 6, and that gives us enough time to get through security and get in line into the holding area and see the pre-show. And then we always like to go to the left. There are 4 mazes in the back, and usually those 4 are pretty popular, but they're so close together, you can usually get all 4 of them done in about an hour. This year's a bit of an anomaly because there are 2 new mazes this year, and they are both back there. And so we just did the 2 returning mazes, and we're going to come back a little bit later to do the new ones. Because it's opening night, the crowds tend to thin out fairly quickly on opening night.
The next maze we decided to go on was Origins, The Curse of Calico. It was only a 5-minute wait. This is a fairly old maze, and some people are surprised that it's still around. Mazes like Grimoire are going away, where this maze is actually older, but I want it to stay because it's very relevant to the history of Ghost Town.
7:45, we just got out of Origins. It was basically a walk-on, 5-minute wait, and now we just hopped in line for the Grimoire, which was a really popular maze a couple of years ago, and now it's only a 15-minute wait.
Grimoire was a really, really good maze the year it opened, but it is very heavily dependent on the story. And during the first year, they had a pre-show that did a good job of explaining that backstory so that the maze actually made sense. In recent years, they've dialed back the backstory, and so if you're not familiar with this maze, you're not familiar with the story of what's happening as people read this book, and it takes them through different periods of time. It gets kind of confusing. This maze is going away this year.
All right, we just got out of Grimoire, and it's still not even 8 o'clock. It's 7:58, and we are now heading towards Room 13. Okay, so it's 8:20. We just got out of Room 13. So now, I miscounted earlier, now we have done half of the mazes. And according to the app, all of the mazes that are returning from last year all still have less than 15-minute waits, even though we're an hour and a half into the park. strangely enough, the Knott's app is not showing wait times for the two new mazes. Not sure what that's about. So we'll deal with those when we get to them. But for now, we're heading through the Carnival Scare Zone, and we're making our way towards Mesmer. All right, it is 8:30. We just got out of Mesmer. That makes 6 now? 6. So we still have Cinema Slasher, we still have 10 Chilling Chambers, we still have Mary, and we still have Zoo to do. But hour and a half after being in, and we've gotten 6 done already. That's pretty cool. And now I think we're gonna take a little break and go and find some refreshment and sit down for a minute because we're thirsty and we're tired and we're old. All right, refreshment secured. I have to give in and purchase an energy drink earlier and earlier every year. It's a sign of aging. And now, it's time for Cinema Slasher. Actually, no, I can't go on Cinema Slasher yet because I gotta finish my drink. Yeah, we're gonna go sit down somewhere and take a break and savor this can of green chemicals.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all...
All right, so we just got out of Cinema Slasher. It's 8:58. So we only have 3 to go. We have Chilling Chambers, and then Mary and the Zoo left. It's pretty easy to get all the mazes done in a few hours on opening night. I think it's early enough in the season. Most people don't feel in the Halloween spirit yet, so not a lot of people are here yet. And maybe some people are staying away because they're worried about some opening night issues, but we haven't had any issues so far. Everything's been working great. So let's go find the front of the park and go find Chilling Chambers and see what they've added this year, because they should be incorporating some elements from Waxworks and from Bloodline, because those 2 mazes went away last year. So we're gonna see if we can find some new features in that maze. All right, it's 9:20 and I just got out of Chilling Chambers. Kind of bummed they didn't have a whole lot of stuff from Bloodline or from Waxworks in there. They really don't rework that maze very much. They just add a few new tombstones and they'll hide a prop in there here and there. I really want to see them add new rooms, change out some of the old ones. I think that would really keep it a lot more interesting. But that's what I want. Maybe that's not what they want to do. Anyway, now we have 2 mazes left. We have the Zoo and we have Mary. And the Zoo changes over at 11 p.m. to the lights out version. And we want to do that version first because it's dark. So we're gonna go and see what the wait is for Mary and probably just get in line for Mary to check that one off for the night. It's 10:30, we just got out of Mary. It had a posted 45-minute wait, but it only took us about 25 or 30 to get through the line, so not bad for the most popular maze of the year. All right, it's 10:58. We are heading towards the Zoo, and we're gonna hopefully see what the lights out experience is. It was a posted 30-minute wait. We ended up waiting about 40, 45. Because it probably took a little extra time to hand out flashlights. A lot of people were using the Fright Lane Pass because a lot of people wanted to just do that at the end of the night. And we'll see how well I can film while holding a camera with one hand and holding a flashlight with the other. That might be fun. All right, so it's 11:50 and we just got out of the Zoo. It was pretty cool doing it with the just the flashlights. I'm glad we chose to do it that way the first time. I think it's more interesting that way. So it'll be fun tomorrow to see what it's like with the lights on. So we have about an hour left in the evening, so we're gonna maybe go catch a show. Now that all the mazes are done, we're gonna go see what shows are still running. Since it's a Thursday night, the event only runs till 1 a.m. Usually on the weekends it runs until 2. So tomorrow we'll be here until 2, but tonight we're gonna wrap it up at 1. So there might be a fewer shows tonight. See what we find.
So at this point, I kind of forgot to finish recording any narrative. I didn't shoot any outro. I just kind of put the camera away, and we enjoyed the last hour of the night. We went and saw the last showing of The Hanging for the evening, and then we went through 1 or 2 mazes, and then made our way out. So it is possible to do all of the mazes and catch a show or 2 on opening night. Opening night's a great time to do this because the crowd levels are very low and a lot of people clear out fairly early just because it's a Thursday night. So if you've never been to Knott's and you want to try to get it all done in one night, it is possible if you go early in the season. It is not possible to get everything done in one night if you go anytime after the second week of October. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Thanks for watching. See you soon.